It's kind of terrifying, honestly, to put out videos on the internet. You starting this channel isn't going to take away from anyone else's life. You're the only person who can give what you have to give. Take that leap of faith. Hey guys, welcome to the video. I'm Natalie, and I've been seeing this video floating around YouTube for the past little while about how YouTube has been changing people's lives, specifically people who have less than 500 subscribers, which basically means that money isn't playing a role in it because that's not enough to be getting monetized yet from your videos. And I just thought that I'd hop on and share my own experiences. The videos I saw were really inspiring and encouraging. I just thought that I should share the positives and negatives that I've seen in my own life since I've started a YouTube channel. Just to give a little background information, I started my YouTube channel almost 2 years ago. It was May of 2022. Yeah, and I was kind of posting just on and off, kind of dipping my toes in, and then this past summer I tried to start posting more consistently and just putting more content out there. But yeah, right now I have 285 subscribers, and I just want to say to anybody who's watching this, who's subscribed, or even anybody who's just watching this, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, so I really appreciate when people watch. But yeah, just starting off with the pros, one of the ways that YouTube has changed my life is it's given me a way to invest in myself. Basically meaning that the time and energy that I'm putting into this channel right now are going to benefit me in the future. I think it's super important to invest in ourselves, and it doesn't necessarily have to be through YouTube channel. Another way is through getting an education or putting in time to learning other skills and other things you're doing. But I do feel like it's helped me build up skills that I probably wouldn't have decided to learn in other ways. For example, just talking with a camera like I am right now has given me a lot of practice with just talking, even kind of conversationally. If I just think back to when I started, obviously I'm not perfect now, but I have seen a lot of improvement. And you get better at things by practice. That's just how it works. And so even just by practicing talking to a camera and talking to you guys, it helps me in talks and presentations and things like that. And it's also helped me with other skills such as editing, videography, things like that. Like the amount of time I put into editing videos, a ton. And I feel like as I've gone on, I've been able to grow more efficient with that. And it's helped me find an enjoyment of editing and just like putting together stories and videos in other areas of my life too. So now I just like, editing videos for my personal Instagram of me and my friends, or editing videos for family members' weddings, or for videos to send to my friends of like our friendship and cute photos and putting them together. And I feel like I've been able to have that skill developed and find my enjoyment of that through this channel. In another way, it is a financial investment. I am not monetized right now, as I said, and honestly, I don't know if I ever will be or how long from now it will be, but if I do, then it's kind of a financial investment to put in this time and not get paid at all right now to get money later on in the future. And I think choosing to invest that time in myself and in the things that I enjoy doing has naturally helped me build a little bit more confidence. A lot of these benefits are really like interconnected, but when you learn more, I feel like that gives you more confidence. For example, in the areas I said I feel like I've gained skills and I feel like I just have a greater confidence in them now because I know more about them. And I feel like that's also helped me gain confidence in myself that I can try new things and learn new things. When people comment on my videos and say that they enjoyed them, or when they just, hit the like button or something, like that is a confidence boost. And obviously I don't want all my confidence to be derived from numbers and from other people, but it has helped give me a confidence boost and see, oh, like I have worthwhile things to put out there and to say that can help other people. I, in general, have a very small comfort zone, and so doing this YouTube channel has definitely helped me put myself out there more. Am I telling all my friends and all the people I interact with, oh, I have a YouTube channel, you should subscribe, you should watch my videos? No, definitely not. I'm not at that point yet, but over time, I feel like I have been able to gain a little bit more confidence in sharing it with other people and, being willing to ask friends to be in the video with me, or just even telling people that I have this channel. For me, any step outside of my comfort zone is a huge step. It's kind of terrifying, honestly, to put out videos on the internet. When I first started, I was so held back by this fear of what other people would think of me if I told them, or if they found it somehow. And honestly, sometimes I'm still held back by that fear. Like if I think about it too much, I will not want to put out videos, or I won't want to film things. But especially in the beginning there, before I started, it was like a really hard leap to make. And I remember like maybe a year or so before May of 2022, I put out a video, and then a few months later I like quickly deleted it. I was just like so scared that someone would find it that I just deleted it. But I finally, like after seeing encouragement in other people's videos and just realizing like this is something I want to do, so I deserve to get to try, then I decided to actually like start putting videos out there and like start telling my family that I was making these videos. And I feel like confidence is just one of those things where the more steps you take to build it, the further you're able to go. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who are facing those same thoughts and those same challenges and struggles to starting or even to continuing. And I would really just tell you to just go for it. Because at the end of the day, like, you are living your life. You starting this channel isn't going to take away from anyone else's life. You know, it's not going to detract from anyone else's life experience. I just feel like if it's something that you want to do, that you should just go for it. And honestly, if you try it and you end up not liking it, that's okay. You don't have to continue. It's really low stakes. But I don't want you to live wondering later on in life what would have happened if you had have started. Like, I wonder even now, if I had started when I originally wanted to, where would my channel be right now? And I think everything worked out how it should. I think everything is fine. I was able to put more time into other things. But I do sometimes wonder, like, you know, what would have happened if I had started earlier? And I'm really happy I'm doing it right now because it's something I really enjoy. And I just can't imagine, like, in 10 years if I never started, me looking back and being like, why did I never start? Just because I cared what other people thought of me and I thought that they were going to judge me negatively. Because honestly, that has no reflection on me, you know? And it doesn't have a reflection on you if other people are, like, find out that you have a YouTube channel and like, oh, that's dumb, that's silly, why are you putting your time in that? That's not a reflection on you. And so yeah, I'd really encourage you to just go for it. Like, take that leap of faith. How I get myself to do things is I'm like, well, I'll try it, and if I don't like it, then I'll just stop. And it's low stakes like that. Another way that YouTube is changing my life is that it's giving me a louder voice, more of an audience to speak to. By sharing things on the internet, you're just able to naturally reach more people that you would never meet in your day-to-day life. And so I feel like it's given me more of a voice to share about the things that I care about and the things that I'm passionate about, which means a lot to me because especially when it comes to mental health and self-improvement and things like that, like, I'm really passionate about those. And so I just want to be able to tell people that they're not alone and help other people understand my experiences living with anxiety so that they're able to then kind of maybe empathize more with people in their own life and things like that. I'm not going to be so confident to say like, oh, I know that the things I've shared have changed someone's life out there. But maybe it has helped them think about things in a different way, or maybe it's kind of just open the window to them being willing to hear more about something else, or even just brighten their day a little bit. And any of those things would just mean the world to me. And so it just makes me really happy that I'm able to use this as a way to share the things I care about. And in another way, like, as humans, it's natural to want to create things and to share our feelings and express ourselves. And so being able to make these videos is another way just to share my thoughts and my feelings, because we all deserve to express ourselves and to share our experiences. Another way that YouTube has been benefiting me is by helping me with motivation. Finding the motivation for things can be really hard. I normally need some kind of incentive to get things done, like homework and studying, or like cleaning my room and stuff. And so I have found that if I want to get something done, I just need to start making a video about it, because that'll give me like an extra incentive to get that thing done, because I'm like, oh, then I can put this out there and edit and make this video. And honestly, sometimes it doesn't go out there, but it does help me like get that start. Like over the summer, the deep cleaning room video that I posted, I never would have finished deep cleaning that room just because it was such a huge project if I hadn't had the accountability of making this video. And no one else knew I was making this video, but that was still enough for me to be like, oh yeah, I want to post this video, and it was extra incentive for me to just get it done. And so that happens same like with studying, even doing self-care sometimes, other things like that. Like when I decide to make a video, then it helps motivate me to start the tasks I need to get done. And so I think that's super cool, and maybe something that will help you. You can try it sometime. Maybe you aren't even planning on posting the video, but you can just tell yourself that you're going to video it and that you need to get it done, and maybe it'll help you out. Pro tip. And if you tried that, let me know if it works. And last but not least, a huge benefit of starting this YouTube channel is that it's been a way for me to journal my life and record different events that are going on and different memories. And I think that's super cool, because journaling is so important, honestly, and I'm not great in writing in my everyday journal. And so having these videos, having things I can look back on, like some of my favorite videos are just the ones of me and my friends, and those are normally the ones that have the least views too. But it just makes me so happy to be able to look back on different memories like word camp or my graduation and things like that, and see all my friends and like kind of see the storyline of what happened. Because while I do have videos in my camera roll, it's kind of not the same as just getting to see a cohesive video. And so I think it's just a really cool way to journal. And even just like these talking videos where it's not necessarily saying a ton about what's going on in my life right now, it's still going to be a window for me in the future to look back at, you know, how I was at the age of 19 when I was a sophomore in college, going through all these different things. And maybe even one day my kids will look back on this and kind of get to see what I was like. My friend the other day shared with me this really beautiful excerpt from, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but Joan Didion, about keeping a notebook. And yeah, I just thought it was really beautiful and I want to share it. But she said, I've already lost touch with a couple of people I used to be. It is a good idea then to keep in touch, and I suppose that keeping in touch is what notebooks are all about. We are constantly evolving and changing and becoming new people, so much so that we don't always remember what we were like before. I know sometimes when I like think back to past memories, I kind of insert who I am now into those memories. But the truth is, I was a completely different person. And I think by getting to make these videos, it's like having a little vault storage of who I am now and getting to look back at this version of myself as a friend in the future and get to keep in touch with the person I am now. And yeah, those were the main points that I want to talk about as far as positive benefits of how YouTube has been changing my life. And now I kind of wanted to go into the cons. And I'm not sharing these cons in any way to dissuade people from starting a YouTube channel. I kind of just want to give a more holistic review of my experience with YouTube. We're all different people, and so these aren't necessarily things that will affect you if you start a YouTube channel or if you have one right now, although I do think it is definitely possible. One of the first things I thought of is comparison. For one, just comparing myself to people online and other YouTubers. Lots of the time I look to YouTubers that I look up to for ideas on content and just like tips on how I can improve, and I kind of just like look at what they do and how they carry themselves and how I could transfer that over to myself on this channel to improve. And that's kind of a tricky game because it does help me learn, but also sometimes it makes me kind of nitpicky about myself, and I'm like, oh, they are doing this and their videos have thousands of views and they have millions of subscribers, etc., etc., especially comparing subscriber count. Oh gosh, that has been a little rough. Even just looking at people in my own life and thinking, oh my goodness, they would be so much better at doing YouTube than me. They'd be so much more charismatic. People would like their videos more. They'd have so much more fun ideas. They'd be better at speaking. They'd be better at editing. They'd be better at all these things. My sisters would be better at this because of XYZ. This person does more than me. This person's prettier. This person blah, 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 blah. What does it say? Comparison is the thief of joy. But I just encourage you that if you're having that problem too, I don't exactly have a solution for you, but just know that we are all contributing something different to this world. We aren't going to contribute the same thing as someone else's contribute, and they can't contribute what we can contribute. And I think that's really beautiful because while we may want to be like other people, there's such a beauty in each of us being different and being able to share our own things, and that we've all lived different lives and different experiences and see things differently. And while maybe it's upsetting that you can't emulate that from someone else, like in the same way, like you're the only person who can give what you have to give. Another downside I'd say is having higher screen time, just in looking for ideas for content and looking for, you know, popular sounds and audios and things like that. I do notice that I can spend a lot of time scrolling, looking for ideas in a way that's not necessarily super beneficial or even super entertaining because I'm just like looking for stuff. So I would say that not a super huge thing, but it has increased my screen time. Another thing is that it's just another thing on my to-do list, and I have not always the healthiest way of viewing things. But to me, because I have this channel, it feels like there's never free time. Because I'm very productivity focused and because I want to broaden and improve this YouTube channel, during my free time I was like, oh, well, I don't really have free time. I should be filming a video, or I should be working on editing that thing I didn't finish, or I should be making a YouTube short, or I should be looking for more content ideas. And so something that has been kind of hard for me is kind of like taking a step back and saying, no, Natalie, like, yes, you could technically spend all your time working on that YouTube channel, but that doesn't mean that you should. And that kind of leads into my next point, which is living in the moment. Something I've noticed since I've started this channel is that it's a little harder for me to live in the moment because I'm always trying to think of ideas and stuff for this channel. It never really turns off in my brain. And lots of times I'll be doing things and I'll just be out with friends and I'm like, oh, I should be videoing this for this video or for this purpose or for something else. And like it's hard for me to just live in the moment, not filming anything, not planning on using that moment for some future gain or future purpose or things like that. So yeah, it has made it a little bit harder for me to live in the moment. But yeah, those were the main cons I thought of. Overall, I'd say there's been so many more benefits than negatives. Anyway, but yeah, that's basically all I had to share with you guys today. And yeah, that's how YouTube has been changing my life with less than 500 subscribers. And I wouldn't say it's only a past thing. I'd say it's also currently changing my life, and in the future will continue to change my life in even more ways. But yeah, again, I would just say I'd really encourage you guys to just take a leap of faith, to let go of your fear, or even, you don't even have to let go of your fear. Push forward with your fear. And if you have any desire at all, like if even 0.1% of you has any desire whatsoever to start a channel, then I'd say just go for it. Hopefully something I've said in this video has helped or resonated with you in some way, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. As I said with comparison, it can be really easy to compare like my videos to other people's and like the number of subscribers and the number of views, but I've just been trying to stop and think about it. And when I think about the fact that I have 285 subscribers right now, that honestly means so much, and that is so huge to me, because sure, other people have hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers, but who cares? Like, the fact that this many people are even subscribing to me or even watching my videos is such a miracle and such a blessing to me, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I just wanted to say thank you guys for allowing YouTube to benefit me in this way, because a lot of it is really thanks to people watching and viewing and commenting and things like that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.